Hello, mamas, and welcome back. I'm in a cowboy hat. Hello. It's been a minute. Not really a minute. We were here the past 2 weeks, but we read my book, and that was an experience and a half. So that's done now. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was a fun little journey. Now I'm in this green screen void. If you remember a few episodes, maybe like a few months ago, I was like, I'm moving. Well, I moved, and now I'm in my room, which is just one big green screen, and then a void, and there's nothing else in it except boxes. So I'm really living the YouTuber life. This is probably not how my room is gonna be forever. I'm gonna decorate it, but I'm filming a video right now where I'm pretending to be, I'm editing myself into TV shows and movies, and so that's why. This green screen is huge, by the way. It literally fills the whole room, and I feel like I'm in a freaking Marvel movie set, and it's kind of crazy. Anyways, a few things I want to talk about before we jump into the main topic of this video. First off, why are Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons $45 each? I'm not talking for a pair of them. I'm talking one Nintendo Switch Joy-Con is $45. Used. I went to GameStop, got 2 used Nintendo Switch controllers, $100. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. Oh my god. A piece of cashew just literally hit my uvula. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Nintendo Switch controllers, but they literally feel like a tortilla chip. It is maybe the cheapest piece of plastic I've ever felt in my life, and it's a full-on controller, and it's somehow $50 each. It's insane. Nintendo's lost their damn minds, and that's my thoughts on that. That's the first topic I want to bring up. Second of all, I literally haven't been out in the sun for probably months now, and I literally look like a vampire. I look like Edward Cullen. They could recast me, except it'd be like Twilight if the main character was ugly. That is what I'm given right now. Oh my gosh, and that's a perfect segue, me being self-deprecative and being mean to myself. Let's talk about what I really want to talk about, which is Impostor Syndrome. Guys, I genuinely didn't know what the hell this means. I thought that it was an Among Us thing, because I don't even know. I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because people started talking about this at the start of the pandemic for whatever reason, or at least I just started hearing about it a lot. At the start of the pandemic, people Impostor Syndrome, Impostor, and at the same time Among Us came out, and I was like, what are y'all talking? Speak English. None of these words were in the Bible. What are y'all saying? And so I pretty much just tuned it out and ignored it, and didn't try and figure out what it meant. I just went on with my life. But let's look up what Imposter Syndrome actually is. Let me read the actual definition. Also, do y'all I feel like such a podcaster right now. The freaking laptop. I'd never understood why people doing podcasts need a laptop and a little desk. It's don't you have brain? Don't you have brain power to store information? I'm saying that as I'm literally Googling the Imposter Syndrome definition, even though I literally looked it up before this, so I could be oh, I know what Imposter Syndrome is. Okay, having a laptop in your podcast setup, fine. You want a laptop? Have a laptop. Maybe mommy needs to make a phone call, then you can make your little well, that'd be stupid on a podcast. But some people that have full-on desks looking like they're about to file someone's taxes, no, you're doing a podcast. It's really not that. Okay, Imposter Syndrome definition. We'll go to Wikipedia. Side note, before we really get into the meat and potatoes, how come teachers in school would say Wikipedia is not a source? I'm old and my coochie's drying up. Genuinely, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because Wikipedia is such a good source for information. They are so thorough in vetting everything. Every single thing that's written on there has is backed up by where the information came from. It is so dumb that teachers plant the idea in our head that Wikipedia is not good. It literally is. Like maybe 1 in 1,000 things, like someone will like go and edit something. Like who was that one celebrity that like someone went on Wikipedia and like said that they died? Also, why don't I have a Wikipedia page? I'm a famous TikToker. Ew. Okay. Imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon, impostorism, fraud syndrome, or the imposter experience. That kind of sounds fun. That sounds like it could be like a 4D Among Us ride. The imposter experience. Actually, that wouldn't be fun. Imagine it's a 4D like a 4D Among Us ride, and you actually get stabbed. Like you're sitting in your seat, and a blade just like comes through the seat, and it's like it's real. It's realism. And then like you're going to sit down on like the ride, and there's just like blood on the floor. You're like, yo, what is that? Like it's realistic. What? Anyways, imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. I have this, and I didn't know until like literally like a few days ago. And I would like, the way I kind of discovered that this is what I was dealing with was like, people I don't want to explain this. Well, I don't want to explain this without like sounding like I'm like hyping myself up or something. And like me in saying that is literally showing that I freaking am exhibiting symptoms of imposter syndrome. But like I would hit like crazy milestones on like YouTube or TikTok, and people would be like, "Oh my gosh, like that's so crazy! Like congratulations." And I'd be like, stop, like, ew, like, I didn't do that. Like, that was not me. It has to be a mistake. My brain would never go, like, the first thing that my brain would go to would never be like, yeah, I did that, and I'm proud of myself. Nope, I would be like, you are lying to me. Didn't do that. That was not me. And stop lying. Stop lying right now. And I really don't know why I do that. I feel like I don't like bragging, I guess, which is like funny because like if you go on my Instagram, like half the posts are just me like being like, thank you for this many million followers. But it's like genuinely I'm posting those out of like pure like joy and like just wanting to thank you guys. And even though it's like the smallest way to thank y'all, like just like a little Instagram post, but like we've just hit like crazy milestones, and like so much happened in the past like 3 months. I like was not expecting any of it, so like it was like a lot of posting for like thank you for these milestones, but then at the same time I'd be like, oh my god, like I didn't do that, like that wasn't me. And I feel like especially with social media, it like getting these milestones sometimes can feel like you didn't do it, like genuinely, because like yeah, you put the work into a video and posted them, but then it's like genuinely up to like the algorithm and the people watching it if like they are gonna enjoy it, and if it's gonna like become like a big video or whatever, and then they're gonna like subscribe to you or something. Like that is, it's so out of your control, but also in your control at the same time, that like it really makes it hard to take credit for it sometimes, because it's like, okay, yeah, I made the videos, but like y'all, it's like, yeah, I made the, like, pretend I'm Remy the rat in the Ratatouille, and y'all are Anton Ego, the crazy evil critic. I'm like, yeah, I made the Ratatouille, but y'all, where am I going? But y'all wrote the review. No, that literally made no sense. Like, actually, no, like, I've said a lot of dumb stuff on this podcast that made no sense. What else does Wikipedia say about imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome also occurs in the context of mental illness and its treatment. Certain individuals may see themselves as less ill, less depressed, less anxious than their peers or other mentally ill people, citing their lack of severe symptoms as the indication of a non or minor underlying issue. People with this form often do not seek help for their issues because they see their problems not worthy of psychiatric attention. I'm sure some of y'all are mentally ill. Let me know if that resonates. I feel like I'm not saying I'm mentally ill. Well, I don't know, but like, I definitely like, I kind of feel that in the context of like just asking for help in general, like whether it's like something like emotionally that I'm dealing with, or like maybe it's a mental illness or I don't know. Oh my God. Side note. We're going to have lots of this episode. I'm so sorry, but like my brain is all over the place this morning, which leads me to this point. I had a therapist for like 3 weeks, and then I ghosted her. Ooh! Because I got like a free like subscription. I was like, okay, I'll do it. But yeah. So it was so sad. Like the third week, she was like she was so nice too. I don't know why I like stopped going. I think I just like ran out of things to talk about. Like I would just like open it up and be like, hey. And she'd be like, how you doing? She was from Texas. She was so funny. But yeah, the third and final class, she was like, and will I see you next time? And I was like, yes, you will. Never saw that woman again. But anyways, basically, she told me she I don't know if she can do this because she's a therapist, and I don't think therapists like can do this. But she like said that she thinks I have ADHD. She didn't like diagnose me, but she said she thinks I have it. Because I like told her I had like all these problems like focusing, like in all these things that are kind of like parallel to ADHD. And then she said this really random thing. She's like, when you have caffeine, does it make you tired? I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Why? She's like, that is an ADHD thing. I can't remember what she said. It's like freaking short circuits your brain or something. But no, literally, I don't know how I never put two and two together. I stopped drinking Red Bull because of this. Like, I'll drink Red Bull and it won't give me energy. Like, it genuinely does not give me energy. It just makes me insane. Like, actually, like, insane. And that's why, like, I would drink it before editing a video. Because, like, some of my funniest videos are edited so crazily because I had, like, a jumbo Red Bull. And, like, my brain is like going cuckoo loco monkey. And it was so weird. Like, I never put two and two together that it wasn't actually giving me energy. It was just making me, like, spiral. And so I was like, wow, like, Red Bull's really helping my creative production. But, how do we get back from the sidetrack to the main point? Oh, yeah, we were talking about, how, like, imposter syndrome makes you not want to reach out for help. So, yeah, that was, like, a very, like, one-off thing. Like, I never, like, reach out for help. And like for literally all sorts of things. Like, I honestly think I'd rather like drop like a giant weight on my toe, like on my pinky toe, and like have it literally fall off than like ask for help with something. And I don't know why that is, because like I've recently like been around a lot of people who like every single thing they do, they like want it to be like a shared experience with someone else and like want help. And maybe it's because I'm an only child and like had like no friends. So I just learned to do everything myself. But I genuinely feel like I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Like, I don't need someone else's help. The only time, the only time I'll ask for someone's help is if it's, like, we both, like, have the same, like, knowledge of something. And I just know, like, I can, like, get them to do it to, like, break up the time or something. Or I don't even know. Like, dishes. Like, if I'm, like, putting away dishes, like, I don't need to be, like, a control freak about that and be like, leave the dishes to me. No, like, you, like, help me out. But generally, I don't like help. And it's kind of weird, because sometimes I'll know I need help. Like, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I'm really not doing good mentally. And I'll be like, oh, I should probably talk to someone. I'll be like, no. This battle I will deal with myself for no reason. What else does Wikipedia say about imposter syndrome? And also, it's such a random freaking name for it. Like, what is a syndrome? I always hear syndrome used in so many different contexts. Like, what's that One Direction? Oh, baby, look what... No, we're not trying to get copyrighted. Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, welcome back to my podcast studio. What is this tag? Oh, this is literally the tag for the hat. How much should I pay for it? $14.99, baby. Let's get it. Okay, a syndrome. A syndrome is a set of medical signs and symptoms which are correlated with each other and often associated with a particular disease or disorder. Oh. Yeah, because there's so many different types of syndromes. Like, for what? That mean like completely different things. Like toxic shock syndrome, when like the tampon gets like freaking like ages like fine wine. Like, why is that a syndrome? And also, imposter syndrome is the same thing. Like, literally thinking that you can't accomplish things is the same as literally having a tampon rot in your bonani. Yeah, that makes no sense. We need a new word. I know the doctors like have their whole set of things, but no. Also, oh my gosh, medical help too. Oh my god, y'all. Side note, I had the craziest dream last night where I had cancer, and it stressed me out so much because I've talked about this before in previous episodes, but like, I used to really be a hypochondriac and like just terrified of like medical problems that could happen. And one of the things was like cancer that like genuinely terrified me like endlessly. Like, the way I was I wasn't scared of like short-term things, like getting sick, say from COVID, like isn't something that would scare me. But like getting like a permanent illness that you're gonna have for the rest of your life, oh my god, no thank you, no gracias, literally scared the crap out of me. Scared the living poo-poo out of me. So anyways, last night I had a dream where I had butt cancer. And I woke up, when I have a really bad dream, it's actually like evil, like that the universe does this to me. But when I wake up from a really bad dream, like for the first hour of being like awake / half awake, I will believe that it happened. So I was like, oh my god, my first day being awake having cancer. And I was like literally about to text people being like, we need to talk, like I have cancer. But it was like so weird. Like in the dream, it was like I farted and then it like smelled really bad. And then I like went to the doctor and they were like, yeah, these are cancer farts. And I was like, that sounds like not real. But I believed it because it's a dream. Also, side note, I'm sure y'all have heard like people say, like I hate hearing about dreams, or just in general, people saying that they like hate hearing other people's dreams. That's stupid. I love hearing your dreams. I love hearing people's dreams. They're fun and they're entertaining. Whoever started that narrative that like listening to people's dreams is boring, no, shut up. They're fun. They're fun little rides, fun little like Netflix original movies that your best friend's brain came up with, and you should listen to them because they lived it. It's not like they just like made up that story. Like they like lived it for like a few hours when they were sleeping, and it's important to them. So listen to it. Also, side note. So I uploaded the book that I wrote to Wattpad, which let me tell y'all about how difficult that was. Oh my god. I thought I could just like give y'all the Apple link for like the iBooks Apple link so you could like read along. And then after I filmed all the podcasts, I realized that I deleted it a long time ago, like literally wiped it off the internet. And the only remaining trace of this book was like the physical copy I had and this PDF on my phone. But the PDF wouldn't let me copy the text. So I literally screenshotted every single page and uploaded the images to Wattpad. And that's why it's like that. And it literally took like 5 hours. So I hope y'all enjoyed. But listen, this is the rankings. This is the official rankings that the story came in for like the tags. Listen, I have no idea how Wattpad works, but I went from 10 followers to 391. The book is currently at number 16 for stories about Ben of the Week, which is really random. That's number 16 out of 49 stories. For hashtag influencer, number 19 out of 759 stories. But get this. For hashtag YouTube, our story is 482 out of 77,000. 77,000 stories. That's crazy. Also, a lot of people were like surprised that my Wattpad profile was made 7 years ago. And to that I say, mind your own damn business, because yes, I was reading fan fictions when I was 15. And literally, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Nothing. I'm really curious to see if anyone like made it to the end though, because like my mom, she like read it again because she read it when I first wrote it, and then she like when I told her like I read it and like found the book, she's like, yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Let's read the comments of the very last page. I can't believe I just read this whole thing in under an hour, but it was an experience, so thank you. You're welcome. Thank God it's over. I mean, I loved it. Yes. Wait, what is /LH? Hold on. Y'all. Ooh, we're going to get into a little controversial topic. I don't know how I feel about like the context. You know, what do you call it? Like, you know when you see like a tweet and it'll be like /J for like joking or /Gen for like genuine. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, /LH is not a thing. I literally searched it up and all I can find is luteinizing hormone, which I literally remember from science class. It's a hormone test that measures how much luteinizing hormone is in your blood. Or wait, it's something in ovaries. So I don't know why they brought ovaries into this, but no, I understand that like using hashtag, or not hashtag, what the frick, /J or like /Gen or things like that can be very helpful for people to like pick up on context clues on Twitter. Because like Twitter, oh my God, like it actually is a cesspool, and like especially if you don't know who you're talking to and like you're not familiar with like how they type or talk, it can be so hard to figure out if they're like joking or not. And so I can totally see on one hand how like it would solve those problems of like people not really knowing what a tweet is meant. But at the same time, I feel like using them can like erase a lot of like good, just kind of, what is the word? By the way, this is just my opinion. Like this is a man just sitting in front of a green screen wearing a cowboy hat from the thrift store. So like literally it doesn't matter. But it takes away a lot of the nuance of like making a funny joke. You know, like sometimes you just want to make a joke and you want it to be perceived however it's perceived. And I feel like if we were to like make it so like every tweet had to like say exactly how it was meant, I just feel like that's like not that fun. Random rant. Anyways, let's continue. This was a beautiful work of literature, truly compelling and inspiring. And then someone said, did I really just read this whole book? Yes, you did. Wattpad is crazy. It really blows my mind. Like some of the stuff on there that I have seen, especially like fanfics about me, I'm like, oh my God, y'all like find God. And I'm not even religious, like borderline atheist, but I'm like, find God. Like holy moly. Some of the fanfics about me are so dramatic for no reason too. Like I'm looking at this one, it's like 2 ghosts, Ben of the week. She felt safe when she was with him, and he could conquer anything when he was with her. Coping with his parents' divorce. Of the few like Wattpad fanfics I've read about me, that will randomly like include like actual things from my life. And I'm like, damn. They're like, he was destroyed by his parents' divorce. I'm like, okay, so we're using real stuff. I'm like, damn. Oh, y'all, this fanfic is 2 hours long. Oh my God, should I read it later? That's kind of crazy. Anywho, sorry, I just read a random page. Oh my God, what the heck? So let's get back to the original topic. We just went through like 5 layers of getting sidetracked. That's kind of why I would like wish I had a guest. I mean, not even a guest, like a co-host sometime. So whenever I get derailed, they could reel me back in. But nope, it's just me. It's just me to make sure we don't derail and all the hazardous materials spill across a little village in Tibet. I guess imposter syndrome, like the only example I gave y'all was like YouTube milestones or TikTok milestones and followers, blah, blah, blah. But like it also happens like it happened when I was a kid as well, like with grades and stuff. Like say I'd get like a really good grade in school, like or I'd make like honor roll, which was like if your average was 80% or higher. Like my parents would be proud, but I'd be like, no, I didn't do that. Nope. And I think for me, part of the reason why I have imposter syndrome, I don't know. if I have it, but like why I exhibit symptoms of imposter syndrome is because like I feel like I'm someone that like is never gonna be like satisfied really. I guess I don't know. Like I always feel like I can do better, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I always feel like all the crazy milestones that I do hit, I'm like, but there's going to be another one coming because I'm going to keep grinding, which is a very unhealthy way to live. Let me tell y'all this. I'm trying to like nip it in the bud before like things like, because obviously like with social media, like things will slow down eventually. Like I'm not going to just like gain at the rate that I'm gaining now forever. I'm not going to be Charlie D'Amelio. It's not going to happen. So like I'm really trying to nip it in the bud so that like I am content with like how things are. Like if it just stopped, I'd be like, well, we got 10 million of us plus almost 3 million on YouTube plus like freaking 500,000 on Instagram. Like that's a whole big happy family and a half. But I feel like if it were to just stop one day, I need to like prepare myself, which it kind of did. Ew, I don't like talking about followers and stuff. But like for some reason, the TikTok algorithm like changed like about a month ago, and I wasn't even posting more videos, but all my old videos started getting like a poop ton of views for no reason. And like I was getting like 10,000 followers on TikTok a day, and I was like literally more, like 20,000. And I was like, what is happening? Like I didn't do anything. I'm like sitting on my couch playing VR games. Like what? And for a month I was like gaining that much, and now we're almost at 10 million. But it's so funny because it literally stopped like right at 9.9 million. And it's been gaining like maybe like 1,000 a day. And it's almost like TikTok was like playing with me, like, oh, you want 10 million on TikTok so bad? No, die. So but we'll get there. We're still gaining and growing. So like even though like it's like fine, it's whatever. Like we're still on the come up. It was like such a random like shock almost. I was like, oh. Y'all can just turn off the For You page for me. Huh, damn. But things happen. So much of life is not what happens to you, but how you react. Is that how it goes? What is that saying? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I can always do better. And I feel like I'm always going to do better, which isn't necessarily the truth. I feel like it's important. It's scary, but important in life to realize that like there will be a time in your life when you peak, whether it be like your grades. Some people will have a progressive, like you're just constantly growing and gaining. Like say, I mean, there's so many different things in life that this can happen to. Like for example, grades. Like you might like constantly just be improving yourself. But I feel like for so many different things, there is like a cap, and it's like so prevalent in social media. Like there is like a peak that a lot of people reach, and then it's like you can like slowly like stop gaining followers or even start losing followers. But I mean, like you can always come back. It's nothing's permanent really. Like in any like thing you're doing, like even if you're like having like a flop semester, like your grades are really bad, next semester you can come back, you can hop right back on the horse, and you can do good again. But it's important to like realize that like there will be ups and downs, and you need to be able to handle them and be prepared for when they happen, because they will happen. People are living in their little. Have y'all seen those houses in like Florida that are like literally on stilts on the ocean? It's like, y'all know there will be a tsunami one day or a hurricane, and that thing is going to be in the Pacific Ocean. And I'm sure they do know that, and I'm sure they are prepared and they're ready. And that's what you should be. And it's not the easiest thing. It's actually probably one of the hardest things. But we can do it. We can be... What is that like white mom quote that you always see on like throw pillows?
A boat is... A ship is safe in the harbor. But a ship is not made to harbor.
I don't even know. It's stupid. But basically, you got this. We got this. There will be dark times, but we will push through, baby. I love you all so much. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify, which you can do now. You can rate podcasts on Spotify. I didn't even know that. So if you want to go ahead over to I Almost Died on Spotify, rate it 5 stars. I will give you the biggest smooch ever. Also, Apple Podcasts, if you haven't done that already, rate us 5 stars. And if you want to watch the video version, go on over and subscribe to the I Almost Died podcast. We're like really close to 100K subscribers. That'd be crazy if we got a plaque for this. Oh my gosh, I'd poop. I would poop. I'd maybe finally make a podcast setup and have it as the only thing in the background as a decoration. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Send me your near-death experiences also. Tweet me them using the hashtag #IAlmostDiedPodcast and at me at Ben of the Week. I love you all so much. Take care. Ben of the Week, it's true.